Versatile Mage. Chapter 8. Really Can't Stop. The summer turned to autumn. Dead leaves whirled in the wind before finally settling on the school grounds. On the side of the school grounds stood a dense shade of trees. The afternoon sunlight filtered through the gaps in the leaves, casting threads of light that resembled a stage set for autumn. For Mo Fan, time had passed quickly. It had already been 2 months since his awakening. During those 2 months, Mo Fan had done only one thing: sitting beneath this tree and meditating. On the first day of class, the homeroom teacher, Zhu Musheng, had given all the magic students a crucial lesson: the activation of magic. The activation of magic consisted of 3 simple steps. 1. Meditation. 2. Control. 3. Activation. Meditation, as the name implied, required one to focus their full attention. When a person closed their eyes, their mind often wandered into different scenes. However, if one emptied their mind and remained undisturbed, their consciousness would enter an empty space, a void. After the magic awakening, a star cluster corresponding to the awakened element would emerge within that void. For Mo Fan, this meant that as long as he closed his eyes, cleared his mind, and entered that dark, cosmos-like space, the star clusters of the lightning and fire elements would appear. The lightning element's star cluster was purple, resembling cosmic dust, magnificent and aesthetically pleasing. Within it were 7 stars, orbiting wildly like mischievous children running amok. For any awakened magic student, simply making the star cluster appear in the void and observing the bright, childlike stars within it meant completing the meditation step. This first step was deceptively simple. In fact, the students' homework for the first 2 months was just this: meditate after dinner until exhaustion, sleep, and repeat the next day. Mo Fan didn't slack off. He followed this routine diligently, even meditating on weekends. At times, he wondered why such a simple task was assigned for 2 whole months. What if I try control now? Since entering meditation came easily to him, Mo Fan grew eager to move on to the next step. The second step, control, was also straightforward in theory. After entering meditation, one could see the star cluster with its 7 lively, energetic stars orbiting frantically. Control meant using one's thoughts to halt these stars and position them into a designated arrangement, forming a star path. Once the star path was successfully formed, magic power would flow through it into the magician's body, manifesting as genuine magic upon activation. They sure run fast. Let this daddy catch you, Mo Fan muttered as he attempted to connect the stars. He focused his thoughts, trying to make one of the energetic stars stop in place. Whoosh! The star ignored him, darting away like a lowly fleeing from a suspicious uncle. Damn, they're playing hard to get. Fine, let's try another one. Mo Fan shifted his attention to a different lightning element star. Be a good boy, daddy's here. Come on, listen to me. The second star reacted as if it had encountered a mental patient, bolting away just like the first. Mo Fan repeated the process with the other stars, but the result was the same. None obeyed him. Some even sped up when they sensed his attempts to control them. Without stationary stars, magic power couldn't be conducted. It was like electricity in a wire. The energy resided within the star cluster, but to use it, one needed to connect the wires by aligning the stars into a path. Unfortunately, the lightning element stars were utterly unruly. The moment Mo Fan tried to link them, they scattered like hyperactive children on a sugar rush. How am I supposed to deal with this? How many years will it take for this daddy to learn lightning strike? Mo Fan groaned, rubbing his temples. The primary rank skill of the lightning element, lightning strike, was one of the most practical combat magics. Mastering it would grant him a significant edge. But learning it was no easy feat. The star's hyperactivity made controlling him a grueling task, not something achievable in a day or 2. I can't even control 1 star properly yet. Controlling 7 simultaneously. This road is going to be long. As the weather grew colder, short skirts and stockings gave way to thick leggings and pants. Winter had arrived in the south, bringing its usual misery to those without heaters. Aku damn it, if I'd known, I would have focused on the fire element first. At least I'd be warm now, Mo Fan grumbled, practicing control on the rooftop one chilly morning. Another month had passed, and Mo Fan could now manage up to 4 stars. The process. Imagine setting up an advanced domino arrangement. Each star had to be carefully placed, without the slightest wobble. If one slipped, the entire setup collapsed, forcing him to start over. The stars resisted fiercely. To stop one, Mo Fan had to concentrate his entire mind on it, enduring headaches and mental strain. Only by gritting his teeth could he force a star to obey. After securing one, he had to split his focus to control a second, without losing hold of the first. A moment's distraction, and both would escape, ruining all progress. As his teacher had warned, controlling stars is brutally hard. It demands precision, patience, and ample spiritual power. Practicing control drained Mo Fan's mana rapidly. After 2 hours, his mind would be fried, tinnitus ringing, vision blurring, thoughts scattering. At that point, further attempts were futile. Practicing control is like being a thief. No, worse, a mana waster. Mo Fan sighed. With his current reserves, 2 hours was his limit. Chapter end. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.